When the night falls, this guy turns his rural farmhouse into Fort Knox. He bolts thick steel plates across every door and window, ensuring every single light bulb is cranked to maximum brightness. Why? Because right outside in the dark, bloodthirsty humanoid abominations are lurking. And trust me, these creatures don't care if you have a discount coupon for life insurance. They will hunt you down. Welcome back to Too Long Didn't Watch. Today we are speedrunning a 2015 horror thriller movie about a haunted Irish forest, The Hallow. So how did he end up in this absolute nightmare? It all started with an exceptionally stupid moving decision. Meet Adam, a professional biologist who, for the absolute brilliant convenience of his field research, decides to pack up his wife, Claire, and their under 1-year-old baby, and move them directly to the edge of an isolated primeval forest. While Claire is stuck doing free manual labor fixing up their newly rented broken down house, Adam strap mounts the baby to his back like an organic shield and struts off into the deep woods to look at trees. The moment Adam finds some slimy, unknown parasitic fungus oozing off a tree trunk, he gets visibly giddy. Ah yes, moving my family here was totally worth it, he thinks. Little does he know this exact scientific curiosity is about to ruin his entire lineage. Suddenly, the family dog senses something horrifying in the bushes, barks like crazy, and bolts into the woods. Adam follows the dog and stumbles across a sketchy abandoned cabin reeking of straight-up biohazard stench. Inside lies a heavily decomposed animal carcass. Strange part? Its head is completely missing, and a nasty black fungal tendril is sprouting out of its skin. Any normal human being would immediately call the cops, but Adam... He pulls out a scalpel, slices into the rotting flesh, and giddily collects a blood sample for his science portfolio. Meanwhile, back at the house, poor Claire is busy playing DIY carpenter. She's trying to unscrew massive steel plates off the windows, wondering why on earth the previous tenant felt the need to turn this place into a fallout shelter. Just then, 2 local villagers stroll onto the property looking like they haven't smiled since 1999. Claire tries to hit them with customer service level friendliness, but the locals don't waste time with small talk. They literally drop a single line. "You guys better pack your crap and get the hell out of here," before turning around and walking away. When Adam returns, Claire tells him about the creepy encounter. Adam hits her with the classic dismissive husband line. "Ah, don't worry about it, babe. Locals are just xenophobic." He then immediately locks himself in his home laboratory to play with his rotting carcass samples. Under the microscope, Adam discovers something terrifying. The blood contains an aggressive parasitic fungus that consumes cellular nutrients at hyperspeed to multiply exponentially. Upstairs, black goo starts dripping from the ceiling right onto Claire's face, giving her a gookaki. Adam is forced to pause his science project and go check the attic. He wanders around, finds nothing, and walks back down, completely missing the pulsing black tendril slithering in the dark corner of the room. After digging through reference materials, Adam realizes this thing is a brain-controlling parasitic fungus, much like the cordyceps that mind controls tropical ants. But just as he's admiring his groundbreaking scientific discovery, the baby monitor shrieks with intense crying, followed instantly by the sound of shattering glass. They sprint into the baby's bedroom. Thankfully, the baby is unharmed in the crib, but the window has been smashed from the outside. Adam naturally assumes those cranky villagers are back throwing bricks, so he calls the police. The cop shows up, takes one look at the glass, and rules out human tampering. His official police diagnosis? A wild bird probably got distracted by your window decorations and kamikazed into the glass. Great police work, officer. Adam pushes back, claiming the locals clearly hate outsiders. The officer nods and casually drops local folklore on them. The locals believe in the Hallow, ancient fairy demons residing in the deep forest that specialize in stealing newborn human infants. By stepping into the forest, Adam basically committed holy trespassing in the eyes of the Hallow. After the cop leaves, Adam realizes a tiny bird couldn't possibly obliterate a reinforced window frame. Driven by scientific rigor, he grabs his camera to photograph the crime scene outside. Just as he clicks the shutter, a loud snap echoes from the dark tree line. Expecting to catch a villager red-handed, he snaps a photo toward the bushes, and a terrifying demon face flashes in his viewfinder. He double-checks, sees nothing in the dark, assumes he's hallucinating from lack of sleep, calls his dog, and goes to bed. The next morning, Adam drives into town to buy replacement glass, leaving Claire alone at home. Right on cue, the scary local villager shows up again. Instead of attacking, he aggressively shoves an ancient leather-bound book to Claire, threatening her that if they don't leave immediately, their blood will be spilled. On his way back from town, Adam passes the two villagers on the narrow forest road. Sensing their cold glare, a wave of paranoia hits him. He slams on the gas to get home quickly, but the moment his car hits the dense tree canopy, the steering wheel goes completely limp, and the car swerves off the road into a ditch. Adam pops the hood to check the engine, only to find the entire battery and motor slathered in thick black slime. He recognizes it immediately. It's the parasitic fungus from the forest. Wait, can this mushroom infect mechanical engine blocks now? Deciding that logic is dead, Adam walks to the trunk to look for self-defense tools. Suddenly, a dark figure sneaks up behind him and knocks him cold. When Adam wakes up, he's locked inside his own car trunk, hearing his baby crying outside. Panicking, he kicks open the rear seats, shines his flashlight into the front, and watches a shadowy creature dissolve into the shadows the second light hits it. He scrambles into the cabin, scoops up his baby, and notices a massive, non-human claw mark ripped deep into the car door. Accepting that this is no longer a human prank, Adam grabs his baby and sprints all the way back to the house. He bursts through the front door, instructs Claire to dial emergency services, and flips on every light switch in the house. That short encounter proved one thing: whatever is out there is deathly terrified of bright light. Just as they stare nervously out the window, the entire power grid goes dead, and cell phone signals instantly drop to zero. With no lights and no cell signal, Adam arms himself with a double-barreled shotgun and investigates the main floor. On the dining table lies the ancient book the villager dropped off. The pages detail the Hallow, horrifying clawed creatures obsessed with stealing human newborns. Having decided that science can wait and living is better, Adam, Claire, and the baby rush out into the dark forest to reach their abandoned car right where Adam left it after the engine stall. Adam pops the hood again and starts furiously scraping off the black slime coating the battery and spark plugs. Suddenly, several humanoid silhouettes step out from the tree line. Claire screams at Adam to get inside. Claire manages to crank the ignition, and the engine roars to life just in time. The headlights blast on, sending the creatures screeching back into the shadows beyond the beam of light. Adam leaps into the passenger seat as Claire slams on the gas pedal, tearing through the dirt road toward the main highway. Just as they near the main gate of their property, a fully infected, pale, humanoid monster lunges directly into the middle of the road. Claire panics and violently jerks the steering wheel. The car swerves onto the muddy bank and comes to a crashing stop on its side. They scramble out of the wreckage, grab the baby, and sprint straight back into the house. Driven by sheer paranoia, Adam creeps up to the front door and peers through the keyhole, only for a sharp, barbed fungal stinger to shoot straight through the keyhole and strike him directly in the eye. Adam collapses onto the floor, clutching his face as black parasitic fluid oozes out of the lock. It's at this exact moment that they realize they aren't dealing with local pranksters anymore. They are being hunted by the Hallow. Adam realizes the villagers weren't actually evil assholes. They were just terribly awkward communicators trying to warn them. But regret comes too late. The family needs to escape to the nearest town now. Adam reasons that these monsters are mutated humans hijacked by parasitic fungi. To survive, they need light. He runs to the garage and cranks up the backup gasoline generator. The instant floodlights turn on, the screeching humanoids retreat into the dark forest shadows, prevent Claire getting an eye shot. However, Adam has a massive problem. Earlier, when looking through a keyhole, a creature shot a fungal stinger directly into his eye. He's officially infected. Suppressing the excruciating pain, he staggers into the basement to find barricade materials. While picking up a metal bar, he feels a burning sensation. His palm bleeds black parasitic fluid. In doing so, he discovers the monster's second fatal flaw. They are repelled and burned by rusty iron. He calls Claire down, and together they replate every window and doorway with steel and rusty iron bars. Outside, the monsters howl in frustration, unable to touch the ironclad walls. But there's a catch. The backup generator only has enough fuel for 1 hour. To keep the baby safe, they hide him deep inside a heavy wooden wardrobe, while Adam and Claire guard the bedroom door with weapons. When the outside noise suddenly dies down, Claire gets uneasy and checks on the baby. She opens the wardrobe and stares directly into a gaping hole. The entire foundation and walls of the house has been hollowed out with a network of tunnels. The creatures snuck up through the hole and snatched the baby without making a sound. Adam tries to give chase but stumbles and falls down the ladder, knocking himself unconscious. Claire doesn't even bother checking if her husband is alive. She grabs a baby monitor and dashes out into the pitch-black woods to hunt down her child. Guided by baby cries coming over the static walkie-talkie speaker, Claire reaches a nearby murky pond. Floating in the water is a swaddled blanket. She dives straight into the freezing pond and pulls her baby out. Strange enough, none of the monsters attack her while she leaves. Back at the house, Adam wakes up. The infection is rapidly taking over his body, turning his skin pale and veins black, but his fatherly instincts keep him standing. Armed with a rusty scythe, he tracks the creatures straight to their main lair, a dark, rotting cave filled with animal bones and fungal growths. As Adam cautiously advances into the cave, a pack of mutated creatures surrounds him. Suddenly, from deep within the cave, he hears the distinct cry of a real human baby. Adam freezes. If his baby is right here in the cave, then what on earth did Claire just rescue from the pond? The terrifying realization hits. The creatures played a bait-and-switch scheme, handing Claire a mutated changeling baby while keeping the real human infant in their nest. Deep in the dark forest, Claire is happily running away with what she thinks is her baby, totally unaware she's carrying a fungal parasite creature. She tries to run to the town but gets lost in the dark forest. Even worse, the humanoid monsters surround her. Just as she's about to be torn to pieces, a half-mutated Adam bursts out from the tree line. Having fought his way through the cave, Adam hands Claire their actual human baby, reveals the fake baby she was holding, and clears up the terrifying trickery. With the fungus nearly taking full control of his mind and body, Adam uses his remaining human strength to charge recklessly into the monster horde, buying Claire and their baby enough time to escape toward the safety of the town lights. His sacrifice saves his family and pays the ultimate price for his stubborn scientific arrogance. So when you're in the woods, don't touch any black goo or any goo in general. If you enjoy this video, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. You can watch more here, and I'll see you next time.